Embarking on an exciting journey through the annals of India's past? Fasten your seatbelts and make sure to hit the subscribe button while forwarding this video to your companions. Believe me, the unexpected narratives we've curated for you will captivate you. With the decline of British sovereignty, a fresh epoch emerged in India. Within the Sikh community, a minor faction ignited with a fervent desire. Their aspiration? To govern their own nation right at the core of Punjab. Consider a tiny seed sowed in the soil gradually growing year upon year. Year upon year, thus began this concept, which over time evolved into the potent Khalistan movement. This transformation wasn't instantaneous, but a gradual intensification over numerous years, becoming more formidable and intricate day by day. Intriguingly, the slogans associated with the Khalistan movement in India have transformed over time. The most recent ones, Khalistan Zindabad and Inquilab Zindabad, reverberate in certain regions of Punjab, manifesting the unwavering spirit of the campaign. Also, Sikhs for Justice warns it will storm IGI airport with Khalistan flags following Delhi arrests and pro-Khalistan messages found written on Delhi metro property. It doesn't end here. Indian community waves tricolour outside consulate countering pro-Khalistan protest in Toronto and Hindu temple vandalized in Canada. Pro-Khalistan posters put up on doors. As expected, the neighbouring nation Pakistan significantly influenced this progression. They sought to incite disturbance in India. Consequently, they began backing these Sikh separatists, not merely with verbal support, but with actual, substantial resources. They fueled the fervour of the movement, becoming a significant catalyst. Note, all information, photographs and videos have been verified for accuracy and relevance, cross-checked meticulously with reliable sources such as the Khalistan movement gained momentum, a darker side began to emerge. The quest for a separate state sparked violence within extremist factions, leading to Khalistani terrorism's inception. This era was marred by a surge of violent incidents such as assassinations and bombings. Among the most infamous was the Baba Khalsa, a Khalistani militant group led by Sukhdev Singh Babar. Noteworthy attacks included the 1985 Air India bombing, history's deadliest terrorist act involving an airplane. Another imperative was Talwinder Singh Parmar, founder of the International Sikh Youth Federation, who played a key role in coordinating militant activities in Canada. These acts of violence, conducted in the Khalistan movement's name, only served to deepen the divide between the Sikh community and the rest of India, escalating tensions and setting the stage for the tumultuous years that were to follow. The movement gained momentum in the late 70s and early 80s, led by Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale. A charismatic leader, Bhindranwale stirred massive support for the cause with his fervour-infused speeches. His speeches reinforced a strong sense of Sikh identity and made a case for a separate Sikh state. Meanwhile, Canada's involvement in the movement wasn't insignificant. The Canadian Sikh diaspora was sympathetic, providing moral and financial aid. This international support played a crucial part in the proliferation of the movement. In the international political landscape, Canada has been crucial in the Khalistan movement. The Canadian Sikh diaspora has notably supported this cause. The Canadian government's stance, especially Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's, has incited considerable scrutiny. Trudeau, famous his liberal leanings, has faced accusations of leniency towards Sikh separatists. His presence at Sikh events displaying Khalistan symbols has drawn criticism and caused diplomatic issues with India. Despite this, Trudeau continually asserts his support for a united India. His stance is a balancing act between upholding relations with India and addressing Sikh sentiments in Canada. This complexity spotlights the international aspects of the Khalistan movement and sets the stage for the impending Operation Blue Star. However, the movement's trajectory took a tragic turn in 1984 with Operation Blue Star. The Indian government initiated a military action against Bhindranwale and his followers who had taken refuge in the Golden Temple, a holy Sikh site. The operation led to heavy losses and substantial damage to the temple, sparking Sikh outrage and bolstering the Khalistan movement. In the contemporary era, the Indian government is addressing the Khalistan issue with a comprehensive plan. This plan counters separatist propaganda abroad through diplomacy, enforces law to suppress any violent activities, and fosters dialogue with the Sikh community to address their grievances and promote unity. The ultimate objective is to avert any violent upheaval and maintain the nation's stability and harmony. The movement remained active during the late 80s and throughout the 90s, a period characterized by intense demonstrations, violent confrontations, and escalating tensions. This time was marked with numerous instances of civil unrest, skirmishes, and bilateral encounters between the separatist movement and the Indian government. The tempestuous period, fueled by deep-seated resentment and ideology, witnessed waves of violence that shook the socio-political landscape of the region, eventually leading to international attention and concern. Despite the government's efforts to quell the uprising, the movement only seemed to gain more momentum, further intensifying the strife. However, as the decade of the 90s drew to a close, the movement began losing its steam. The once fiery demonstrations and protests seemed to decline in frequency and intensity. The decline was not complete though. The spark of separatism, while dimmed, was not entirely doused. Even today, the embers of the movement smolder, kept alive by Sikh sympathizers across the globe. In recent years, the movement has found sympathizers among Sikhs in Canada, Britain, and Australia, keeping the idea of Khalistan alive. In our contemporary era, personalities such as Amritpal Singh have emerged as the fresh faces of the political movement. A change in the political landscape, Singh is a figure that epitomizes the ushering in of a new era. His name resonates among the masses, wrapping itself around the whispers and murmurs of discontent that bubble within the populace. However, it's not without controversy. Singh accused of various criminal activities, the most severe of which is the chilling accusation of attempted murder. Despite the severity and gravity of these charges, he persists in the public eye, untouched by the accusations. Defying the odds, he continues to rally people around him, building a formidable following. Singh's strength lies in his vehement and fearless vocalization against the Indian government. He's been a beacon of dissent, openly challenging the authorities. His speeches are filled with an audacious boldness that resonates with those yearning for change. He masterfully invokes the rhetoric of Bhindranwale, a name synonymous with rebellion and resistance, a name that still stirs the hearts of many. His words, echoing Bhindranwale's sentiments, not only invoke history but also create avenues for the future. In summary, the Khalistan movement has been a complex and tumultuous journey. It originally sprang from the seeds of socio-political dissatisfaction during the partition of India in 1947. With the establishment of a new secular nation, a small faction of the Sikh community began loudly advocating for a separate Sikh state, Khalistan. The movement found its first true leader in Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale. A charismatic and persuasive figure, Bhindranwale added fuel to the already smoldering fires of the movement, steering it towards a more radical direction. Leadership exacerbated the tension between the Sikh community and the Indian government. A noticeable escalation came with Operation Blue Star. The military action taken against the Golden Temple, the most sacred Sikh shrine, ignited widespread outrage and further bolstered the separatist cause. Over the years, the movement has seen periods of decline, however, has always managed to find new life outside of India's borders, particularly among Sikh diaspora communities. Today, it continues to be a contentious issue, both within India and abroad. So the next time you hear about the Khalistan movement, remember its rich and turbulent history. The Khalistan movement, deeply rooted in historical events, is a saga of cultural identity, political aspiration, and ideological diversity. It emerged from a socio-political backdrop that saw the struggle of the Sikh community for self-determination in a country with a mosaic of cultural identities. The Khalistan movement isn't just about one community's fight, but it symbolizes the universal struggle for identity and autonomy, echoing the sentiments of myriad societies worldwide. The movement embodies the desire for sovereignty, a reflection of the human instinct for self-rule. It is a loud and powerful statement that humans, irrespective of their cultural, ethnic, or religious backgrounds, yearn to exercise sovereignty over their own lives. The concept of sovereignty, deeply intertwined with our rights and freedoms, is a fundamental principle that shapes our political reality. Moreover, the Khalistan movement illuminates the complexities of national politics. It underscores the challenge of balancing diverse cultural identities within a nation, illuminating the intricacies of power dynamics, negotiations, and political maneuvering. It sheds light on the intricate, convoluted, and often controversial realm of national politics, where the battle for power, identity, and sovereignty constantly plays out. Its story is a testament to the power of identity, the desire for sovereignty, and the complexities of national politics. Thank you for joining us on this exploratory journey of the Khalistan movement. We hope you found this video informative, insightful, and thought-provoking. The Khalistan movement, like many global movements, is a complex tapestry of history, politics, and culture, and understanding it requires an in-depth exploration of its many facets. Our goal in creating this content is to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of such intricate historical narratives. We strive to present you with objective, well-researched, and balanced perspectives to help you form informed opinions. Stay tuned to our channel for more such videos, where we delve into other fascinating historical, political, and societal narratives from around the world. We appreciate your time, your attention, and your interest in understanding the complex realities that shape our world. Once again, thank you for your time and attention. We look forward to bringing you more enlightening content. Remember, every historical event or movement is a piece of the puzzle that forms our collective human history. Understanding them helps us understand ourselves better and shape a more inclusive, empathetic future.